Hello and welcome once again to Lutys Chainsaw Mods. Hope everyone's having a good day. I just thought I'd show you a few little things about what I'm doing at the moment. I know I get interested in what other people do. So I'm tuning up me, well, I've just finished tuning up a Chinese saw, 58cc, Husqvarna clone, this one. It's twin outlets with a sonic cone in the exhaust inside. It's got a huge carburetor on it. Carburetor's off a 372 Husqvarna. It's got big intake manifold, which I make for these things. It's fully ported, raised compression. And I thought I'd just, what I'm doing now, that one there, it is pretty close to 5 horse, I think. Excuse me, pretty close to 5 horse now. It's I've got an MS362C, which is rated at 4.8. That feels the same, really. I'm not even sure, it could even be more powerful, but I haven't done a speed test against that one for a while, not since I finished that saw, because I've done a massive amount of work to that now. It's got extremely raised compression, you know, with a big carb on it, and the way I've ported it and everything. it's an amazing saw, a really good saw. Sounds real nice and crackly and everything, you know, that saw does. For what I'm gonna do is just really show you, because I've ported that now. I've done it twice. And the first time I ported it, yeah, I did the transfers and the both the exhaust port and the inlet port, etc. Port matched all the items that go with it, like the exhaust, etc. So I did all that before, and it got a gasket delete, which is raised the compression. Well, I've gone further now with that one. I had it all apart again some weeks ago, and I came up with an idea, because I wasn't happy with the compression ratio. I think it came out at about 1.8 millimeters. Well, I've got it down to now literally around 1 millimeter. And obviously it's not easy to do if you taken the gasket out and it's not low enough for you, because with these cylinders they've got a skirt at the bottom, and it's difficult to rub this area down to shorten the cylinder. So I came up with this, which is basically a wooden table leg off a sofa, wooden sofa leg, sorry. And I've drilled the middle, put a bolt through it so I can put my drill onto it, and I've reamed out this whole section in the middle, glued a piece of emery paper to it, and now all you have to do now is you put that over and you just sand it down with your drill, and it fetches it down. This is 80 grit, so it fetches it down really quick. So that's a little something that I just came up with. It works really well. You can take 1 millimeter off one of these within minutes. So this one that I've got now, I'm copying what I've done on that one, but then again I'm improving it a bit more. Those are the standard transfers on one of the OEM cylinders for the Chinese. They've got a little divider here. They've got a little divider in the centre of the transfer ports to support the ring Now if you buy one of these saws, some of them come up with that section not there, and I don't know why they started putting that in really, because to me it's a restriction. So I mean, this is one this is scored, this has, but I'm just showing you what they look like. I mean, it's been ported at the exhaust and the transfers haven't been touched on this. That's how they are. Okay, pretty big anyway really, to be fair, but now that's what I'm doing now. So when I get one of these cylinders, this is one that's just been run in off this saw. I bought this saw as a used saw and it literally just been run in really, when the chap fitted the clutch cover to it with the chain brake still on, and he melted loads of bits and pieces, even the crank seal. So I've done all that, I've got it going and everything. It runs lovely, but I wanted to do what I've done to the other saw. So this is the cylinder that's going on it. So as you can see, the transfer is really ported heavily. Okay, and there's your intake, and it's got, if you look at this one, it's got a little divider in there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's got a divider in there, and that's to get the airflow around the conrod. It's supposed to encourage the airflow to go around the conrod, but it does cause a bit of a restriction. I've got rid of it on that one. So that's that. Now the pistons, that's what you get as standard. That's what I'm doing to them. Okay, made the windows bigger, thinned down all this section here as well, so you know, so that the windows work a lot better. I've also lightened this piston inside, ground it all down, smoothed it all, thinned these edges here. This is quite a bit lighter now than the standard piston, which you might not think much of that, but at the end of the day, you know, a few grams off a piston is taking a massive load off the conrod when it's thrashing up and down, bloody 200 pulses in a second type of thing. I mean, that one over there, that now revs to 14,500 RPM now. I mean, they're only rated at 11, and it's holding its own. It runs lovely. So this is going to be like that. So yeah, so I've done all my windows and my piston, lightened it all, done all the transfers in the cylinder, really opened them up lovely. I've come up with I copied this off a still. I've got a still 038. And what they do with theirs is they put like a steel cone almost over the exhaust port, but there's a big hole in the top and a big hole in the bottom, and I think that the cone section echoes back into the exhaust port, but the gases are still allowed to escape through there and through there. So I've copied that, and that's basically what it's like. This has got two holes in it though, which were already there when I had it. I've left them, but look, there's a huge hole that side and a huge hole that side inside. Okay, that plate is just there literally to try and attempt to echo the fuel air mix back, to stop you to keep the maximum charge in the cylinder. So I've done that, which is, like I said, it's a copy of the 038 still. So I mean, it works on that one, so there's no reason why it's not going to work on this one. So I'm pretty well ready now to put it back together. It's going to have a big carb on it, big manifold, etc, etc, this one as well, but all my grinding work's done now, so I can get on with it now, put it all back. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that little insight, you know. So once again, thank you for watching Lutys Chainsaw Mods, and bye for now.